Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to a brand new video here today, and welcome to a video regarding F1 Esports 2019. This is the first time I've really had a video on it on the channel this year, but if you have been living under a rock, you might not know, I'm actually the team principal of the Alfa Romeo Racing F1 Esports team. I did announce it on my social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, what have you, and also a community posted it over here on YouTube when it became official in the summer, but I know not everyone here on YouTube maybe looks at those community posts or whatever, so you might have missed it, but I am the team principal of the Alfa Romeo esports team. Obviously, that's how that whole video with Kimi Räikkönen came about, is trying to merge the two worlds of F1 gaming and real life together. I got to play the F1 game against Kimi. If you haven't seen that video, there'll be a link in the top right. You can actually go see that. Probably a really, really awesome video to obviously shoot with a former F1 world champion. But anyway, the esports championship has been running. We're 3 events done, and we've got 1 event left in December. So if you've missed any of the action, you can check out highlights packages over on the Formula 1 YouTube account. But in today's video, I thought it'd be a really cool idea to react to our first 2 wins in the championship. Alfa Romeo's first 2 wins of the season, which came in event number 3. It took a long while. Event number 1 didn't exactly go to plan. We had a lot of equipment issues with the actual wheel rigs themselves. Event number 2, perhaps just not the same preparation we should have had, really, as we went into the beginning of the season. And then event number 3, things start to come kind of good, at least for one of our drivers, Danny Bresnay. Our other driver, Sally, had some unfortunate kind of incidents in qualifying and in the race, but Danny came through for our first 2 wins of the season, which now puts us at 127 points in the championship. We trail Renault with 145 and Ferrari 156, and then Red Bull out in front with 181. But it means going to the final event in December, we have a very good chance of potentially trying to leapfrog Renault and Ferrari for P2 in the championship. P1 might be a little bit difficult because obviously Red Bull have been very, very consistent if you've been watching the championship, but never say never, obviously, in Formula 1 and especially in F1 Esports. But we're going to go ahead and react to our very first 2 wins, kind of give my thoughts as a team principal, basically, of how I thought the race went for Danny and how we got those wins. You're going to have to excuse the really poor video quality of the actual gameplay you're seeing, because I've had to download this off YouTube from Formula 1's channel, basically, so YouTube compression is just really bad on these videos. It's playing in 720p, even though the original's in 1080, and the bitrate's absolutely horrendous, but you kind of get the gist of it. It's not horrendous that you can't watch it, but just apologies for it's definitely lacking to the usual quality of gameplay videos you might see just in general on YouTube with F1. But here we go then. So if you didn't know already, our 2 main drivers for Alfa Romeo are Danny Bresnay and Sally Saltunk. Sally had some issues, unfortunately, in qualifying with the slipstream tactics. It's so close in the esports grid that if you can't get the tactics completely right, you sometimes really miss out quite a bit, and also maybe just a little bit of pace lacking here and there. Bresnay, though, was on pole position, so Danny's on pole, and this is his first race win, our first race win as a team. Let's see how it panned out. So let's go. We're going to go to 5 red lights, and we're underway straight away then. Danny gets a pretty decent start there. You can see Rasmussen in the Red Bull tries a little move on the outside. He also got the Renault of Otmir doing a really good job. Otmir was really decent in event number 3, like really stepped up for Renault there. He won the race before this, race number 7 at the German Grand Prix, with an amazing strategy from going to the mediums to the softs. But here you can see Danny controlling then the lead, but Rasmussen's going to get great slipstream. Obviously, you guys know from even me playing the F1 game that the slipstream's so powerful down this Kemmel straight that even Otmir, and you can see Haddad also in the Racing Point car, tries to make a move there. Bresnay's going to lose it, unfortunately, and then Rasmussen is into P1. So the Red Bull's got the lead, but Danny just about manages. That was crucial there. Really crucial. He just got ahead and kept ahead of Haddad. Kind of got the elbows out there, and I was kind of, that was a really sweet moment just to see him kind of be feisty, not take any kind of bull crap, basically, from the Racing Point car, and keep P2. And then you can see here he's going to get a good run. Lap number 2, obviously it's a 25% race, so short and sweet, real hard and fast racing here. He's going to get right on the back of the Red Bull. Already you can see the gap is already building a little bit there, 1.6 to Otmir and Haddad, so these 2 are in a league of their own. Danny gets the race lead then down into the end of the Kemmel straight, back into P1, and you're going to see a pattern here, basically, of these 2 in a league of their own, swapping positions left, right and centre every single time on this main straight on the Kemmel straight. Doesn't happen as much on the back straight like it does in career mode versus AI, with these guys being so much faster and obviously a lot closer. The slipstream isn't as powerful down the back straight as it is in career mode or offline races, but online it's still as effective down the Kemmel straight with the DRS as well. And so you can see lap number 4 here, Berezne gets back in the lead. They've swapped already 3 different times, basically. Lap number 5, you'll see the same thing again. Here, Rasmussen in second place, chasing after. You'll see the tyre compound differences. Otmir is on mediums in third place, and Renault doing a great job there. But because it's a 25% race, and the way the game works is a little bit odd, some tracks, the soft tyre can go longer than the mediums, even in a 25% race, which is a little bit odd. I think the tyre scaling is a little bit broken in that kind of sense, in my opinion. But so to that effect, these guys will be going quite long to the Grand Prix, because lap number 7, Rasmussen comes in. Danny basically did the opposite of whatever Freddie was going to do, because online especially, there's a big chance that you get held up in the pit lane, even though you technically shouldn't, because it should be completely fair, it should be equal, but there is a chance you get held up in the pit lane, like you can do in career mode, basically. So you can see the team radio's on, because Danny was literally telling our team radio guys that he was going to do the opposite of what Freddie did, so that's why he stayed out, just letting them know that's why he stayed out. Lap number 8, then he comes in, put on the set of the medium tyres, he's going to come out behind Freddie, but he'll be behind him, and that's kind of where you almost want to be for the last lap at least. You kind of want to be behind the person to get the move done, because like I said, unlike in career mode, the slipstream is not as powerful down the back straight, because everyone, these guys are so good at using the ERS and everything like that, that you want to be behind. Now, this is the last lap of the Grand Prix. Watch this. Rasmussen goes deep on purpose here. That was on purpose. The commentators thought it was a mistake, but no, that was a purpose, little tactic to try and get the DRS off Danny. So the wily old fox Alonso move there didn't work out, though. Danny broke even later into the corner and stayed behind, gonna get the DRS. So quick thinking by Danny, just to straight away see, oh, he's gone deep, just stay put, gets the toe, pulls on the left hand side. It's gonna be a nice little overtake. Rasmussen tries to pop a little bit of fight, doesn't quite work out. And so Danny Berezne gets up into first place there, and that's pretty much going to book him in, because like I said, for the rest of the lap, he's going to be able to control it there. But for the first time, really, I've got to say, I think Danny will probably agree with me. This race, this entire event, he looked a lot more switched on and focused and really determined to get a race win, and also looked like he was just having more fun out there, in my opinion, as well. And I think that's why he shone so well in this first race win. It was race number 7, so it wasn't the first race of the day. Race number 8, sorry, I should say. It wasn't the first race of the day, but it was the second one. But it's our first win, and he was on it. Like, tactics were spot on, trained with Rasmussen the entire way through. They're basically, working with each other. And then the last few laps, then, no mercy, get it done. Last lap, you can see here on the back straight, 5/10 the gap. Yes, the Red Bull's going to close in a little bit, but like I said, it's not going to be enough, and it's not as much as you see in maybe career mode, where the ERS difference is such a big thing. These guys are pretty much on the very bottom end of their ERS, like deployed all of it now by the end of this lap then, and the final chicane and the bus stop, you can see the Red Bull gets very, very close, but Danny is one happy man. It's the first win for Alfa Romeo there in the F1 Esports. It was a long time coming, real long time coming. Absolutely excellent stuff there for the first race win. So, yeah, that was the win at the Belgian Grand Prix. We now move on to the Italian Grand Prix, race number 9. So one win under our belt then as a team, and we go to the Italian Grand Prix, the home GP for obviously Alfa Romeo as a brand, an Italian brand. Obviously Ferrari were wanting to do well. You can see there the Ferrari is on the second row, but again, Berezne, Danny did a great job on pole position for the second time in a row here for the team. Absolutely mega performance. And so we're going to see, and you guys know how much of a slipstream fest Monza is. Offline with the career mode on with the AI. Online, it's literally the same thing. Like, it's just DRS train, slipstream fest. So this was going to be such a tough race. This was going to be this had to be managed even better than Spa was. And Danny, you're about to see again, does a really perfect job of trying to manage this. You'll see one difference in this race, though, is that it's not going to be the Red Bull Rasmussen that's the one actually attacking Danny for a lot of this race. It's going to be the sub-in for Red Bull, Longuet. I think that's how it's pronounced. Sorry, man, if you're watching, pronounced it wrong. This was his first race in Red Bull, and he really turned up this race. So I was quite impressed by that. But let's go to 5 red lights and see. We're off from pole position. Brendan Lee actually had his best qualifying of the entire season, the reigning world champion of F1 Esports from 2018 and 17. He's not really been there this entire season. It was the first time he really showed some good pace there, and obviously the old 2 teammates from Merck were on the front row, so that was pretty cool to see actually. But Berezne gets the job done, still in P1. You can see there the new man for Red Bull, Longuet there in P2. Tunitsa in the Ferrari in third place there, the man that's leading the championship so far. Has done a mega job, to be fair to him, so GG's, but he's in third place. Obviously, like I said, Ferrari would want to do well here, but for now, we're keeping it through. Lap number 4, then on to 5. It's still Bresnay in the lead. Longuet, though, in second place with the DRS open. You can see he goes for a move there. Maybe the Ferrari goes to make it 3 wide potentially. The Red Bull gets into first. The Ferrari down the inside, and Danny gets squeezed really quite harshly to the edge there. He's down to third, but not all is lost. Unlike Spa, every single straight's opportunity to make a pass, really. And so Danny's just going to keep calm, keep cool, stay in the toe basically, be able to save some ERS as well. When you're in the slipstream, you can save so much ERS and fuel as well. So he's in now for the pit stop, lap number 8 there. So these are definitely shorter highlights because there was a lot of slipstream basically, as you would imagine, at Monza. But you can see here, Bresnay came in, Longuet came in as well. Denitza at the moment in P3. He stays out then. I think he's already made the pit stop, sorry. So this is in coming down the main straight. So where is Longuet and Bresnay going to be? There they are. So it's going to be very, very close. It's going to be the Red Bull in the lead, and Danny just gets into second there. So the overcut working out, really. The undercut didn't work as well as Ferrari maybe were hoping for. So now Danny's in second place there. He's got the fast Ferrari closing up on him, but he's closing equally on the Red Bull. So here he goes now for the race lead. The Ferrari's always going to try and get the Red Bull there, but actually the Red Bull comes back at our Alfa Romeo car, but Danny gets it done. P1, lap 11 then, so it's the Alfa, Red Bull, and Ferrari now in the top 3. You can also see in P4, the Williams is also closing up there, so this might be a 4-way fight at the end here, because the Williams is just in the background, but you can see here, it's a massive, massive move for the Red Bull, and Danny fine by margins, the finest of margins, just to give him enough room, squeeze him a little bit on the grass there to maintain P1, get the elbows out again. Lap number 12, second last lap of the Grand Prix, crucial time to do this. Obviously, Danny's a little bit susceptible now because they could slipstream him in Sector 3, but he's actually, I think at this stage he was kind of winding himself up for a really quick middle sector and last sector, because we move on to lap 13, Danny's still in first place now on the last lap of the Grand Prix. You'd think, okay, you got DRS here, go through Ascari, maybe they can make a move into Parabolica, but Danny's built a bit of a gap, enough of a gap, and also the Ferrari crucially attacks the Red Bull, so allows Danny some breathing space. Not a lot, you were literally talking 3/10 in esports, but it's a little bit of breathing space, and so he comes through Ascari towards Parabolica. He's got that gap. It's not enough for the Red Bull to dive. So at this stage, we knew as a team it was booked in here. He's going to swing through Parabolica, and this is so sweet. In Ferrari's backyard, the small Italian brand, Alfa Romeo, we get the win at the Italian Grand Prix. And so as you guys like to mock me sometimes for saying in my career mode videos, but it is literally Forza Alfa Romeo. Absolutely sick stuff there. 2 wins in a row, and the win at Monza. Doesn't get better than that for an Italian brand like Alfa Romeo. Absolutely sweet. But yeah, Danny, again, such a cool drive. Collected a lot more concentrating, I think, compared to the first 2 events. So absolutely sweet. So that was my reaction, and kind of more so, I guess, commentating over our first 2 wins of the season. But enjoyed to watch that back, really, for me, even to try and just relive that, basically. It's really awesome to see Danny step up, get the first 2 wins for the team. And like I said, with that performance then, going to the final round, it's all to play for, really, in the championship. We came in P3 last season in 2018. This season, we want to obviously aim for at least minimum the same thing, P3, but better, and we can go for that P2. Maybe, you never know, even P1 if things go wrong for Red Bull, but they have been very consistent there, and Rasmussen's been really consistent, as well as obviously Denitza and the Ferrari as well. And the 2 Renault drivers as a pairing have been mega consistent, and they got a load of points in event number 2 it was, and obviously event number 3, Jan Altmaier got the win at Germany. But it's going to make for a really close one. Sally, obviously, like I mentioned, did get very unfortunate with qualifying performances and slipstream tactics in quali, and also some incidents in the race, which weren't really shown the highlights there, but he did get hit quite badly at the German Grand Prix, and that really hindered his entire race there. He's had a lot of bad luck, but I've told him personally this, and I know that he can bounce back, and he's still got a lot to give for the team. And like I said, for the last event, the team wants to try and aim for higher than where we are right now in the Constructors. We can get better, and I'm confident with the speed that we should have for the last few races that we can do that. So both drivers, Danny and Sally, raring to go, hopefully sending it full send, and hopefully you guys will tune in, and most importantly, hopefully you guys will support Alfa Romeo and try and see if we can try and bag some decent points and some decent bit of prize money, obviously, at the end of this there. But hope you guys enjoyed the concept of this video. I haven't really done much content apart from that Kimi video with the kind of whole esports team and affiliation with Alfa Romeo here on the channel. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this kind of reaction and commentary to this first wins. If you did enjoy it, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here to subscribe for weekly full-on content, I've been aarava. Hope you stay. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.